Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by BlackRifleCoffee.com. Come on now, pull your pants down, show me your clown hole. Oh, was that too graphic? Have you ever been asked? Has someone ever asked you to show me your clown hole before?
I was gonna say.
You're gonna say no?
I was gonna say something funny, but it's really just no. I was gonna try and
entertain my madness,
and the answer is just no, and I think you know that. So, what is this?
James, I'm in a weird mood today.
Yeah.
I'm in a sprightly mood.
you seem on fire. You seem
I feel good.
Full of chocolate.
There's just some days where you wake up and you're like, man, I feel good. I feel like I could punch a mountain. You know, like I could punch a fucking mountain.
Is that what they call it? Full of chocolate?
Yeah, full of chocolate. I saw this thing on Rogan the other day, and by the way, I enjoy watching podcasts. Rogan's, I guess. I should say. I enjoy watching his because their looks, and I don't know if it's because he's high or whatever. I don't give a shit. But their looks to things. So Brendan Schaub was on the other day.
Okay.
Friend of the show. We love Brendan.
Friend of the pod.
I did not know that chocolate bodies was a thing in the bodybuilding world.
A chocolate body?
Yeah.
What is it?
It is people who are painting themselves black. Essentially, except for their face.
Basically, right? You see it.
They're leaving their face white because they're white people that are doing this in the bodybuilding world. And they're leaving their face white because they don't want to be accused of racism for going blackface.
Sure.
But the rest of their body is painted
so weird.
Like a black man.
Got it.
I died laughing because they're just like, there's no way this is real. And it is. And again, I think we've discussed this on the show, but I'm not sure. I don't know. When you do so many fucking shows, I don't remember what I talked to you about in private or what I talked to you about on the show.
Sure.
You know, one of my gigs as a stand-up was to host. I hosted a bodybuilding competition in Redondo Beach.
Perfect.
And that was one of the strangest gigs I've ever had. Like everybody talks about,
I was there.
I've done weird gigs before. No, I can promise you haven't done this. And I had to show up early. So I was backstage. You know, you have to do mic checks and all that other bullshit. I was backstage and I saw these people painting themselves, but they were tan. So it was like spray tanners, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't go.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. It was never that extreme back then.
Okay, yeah.
So now they're just going black. Like they look like black men.
Right.
And it's disturbing. Like that's no longer a sport anymore. I don't know what you would classify that as, and I don't know why they let them do it.
Well, it shows like the muscles more, right? Or something?
It does. I think just me personally, like that mid-level tan is probably the most defining. Because when you're too black, it's hard to light.
Exactly. That's what I would think. Why?
Yeah. I had a guy. I had a black actor who I used to hire a bunch for all my movies, and he came up to me and was just like, "Yo, man," before we started the next movie, he goes, "Hey, I wasn't lit well enough in that last movie," and I was like, "Oh man," and I'm trying to gingerly like dance around it, you know, and he goes, "No, it's because I'm super fucking black, and you're really gonna have to blast me." Yeah. He goes, "Blurple. I'm a blurple. I'm a black purple, and I need more light," you know, and I was like, "Oh, all right, cool," and he goes, "Let's just get that out of the way so you can light me properly." And I was like, fantastic. So with that being said, when I looked at the images on Rogan and all that other shit, to me, those people were the white people who had painted their bodies black. It's too black. Like you can't notice the definition enough. I think that mid-level, like super tan, like Dominican look is probably where you need to be. If you're trying to replicate a skin color that's going to really show off, you know, your buzz and your dress.
I would think, but nice maybe pumps. It's in person different.
It's not. I've done it. So like I've been there, I've done it, I've hosted it. That mid-level Dominican look out there, and that's for anybody who's in bodybuilding, who's listening to the show.
Sure,
saying to themselves, "Look, yeah, I'm looking at Ross's buys and tries right now on the video show on iTunes and YouTube." And
they're
saying,
definitely like, "Hey, what does he have to say about bodybuilding?
What does he have to say about bodybuilding? It looks like he pumps a lot. It looks like he gets a lot of pumps in."
Sure.
What if I just did a whole episode of Stallone?
I'm still waiting for that to happen.
Hey, just get some bumps in, some bumps. Maybe for Creed 2, when it comes out next week, we just do a full...
There we go.
Just an audio show, no video, of you interviewing Sylvester Stallone. Hey, I worked out a lot for this. I got some pumps in. Some pumps.
It's a classic case of giving the people what they never asked for. Do you know what I mean? You're not asking for it. You're not begging for it. But we are going to give it to you anyway.
Anybody who follows my Instagram at STJames knows that I do Stallone thoughts. It's been a while.
And
I've been traveling a lot. Hey.
It's fun.
But some bumps.
I don't know if anyone's asking for a full show. I have not seen that message.
I think they are.
Okay.
I think the people want it. They want
I love
full
that
Stallone interview.
I love that idea that you're like, I haven't gotten any of the message, but I'm feeling that's what people want.
Here's what I've gotten, to be totally honest with you.
No, it's a good one.
I've gotten 3. I've gotten do a whole show as Stallone. I've got do a whole show as St. James Street James. And I've got a whole Van and him. Do a whole show.
I
know. It's a lot.
It's a lot, and I don't know if people understand what they're asking for.
Whoa.
Too much of a good thing, guys.
Stallone, I think, would be the best.
Yeah, that would work, I think.
Yeah. Because I follow his Instagram, by the way. After I started doing those Stallone thoughts on my Instagram
awesome
stories. He is awesome. He's fucking Stallone. He's everything
Stallone.
you want him to be.
What?
So he was because he's filming Rambo right now. But I guess he had the night off or whatever. So he rolled over, and I guess they're in New York because he went to Springsteen on Broadway.
Nice.
Yeah. And I was just like, man, he was like, hey, backstage with Bruce. With Bruce. And whenever I read...
Those two talking to each other.
Hey,
would anyone understand a word?
Hey, good to see you, Sly. Nice to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you, Bruce. I'm a big fan.
I don't think there was real words, but they were communicating. They were communicating in a way. Right?
Hey, I saw you down the front row and I thought to myself, hey, there's a guy.
Yeah.
And then Stallone, hey, Bruce, I really like Born to Run.
Yeah.
Born to Run. Play Born to Run. Play Born to Run. Like, whoa.
Play Boner Run.
Play Boner Run.
Boner Run.
Yeah. Boner Run.
It's a Boner Run, yeah. I love Boner Run too.
I would have killed to have been a part of that conversation.
Oh, God.
Just to have a court stenographer there, where you're just like, hey, can you type in what they're saying and try to translate this later? Because I have no idea.
Play Boner Run. With that. Play Boner Run.
So when I saw the two of them, I was just like, oh shit. The other thing I like about Stallone's Instagram is it's easy to forget that he's like 77 years old.
Because he looks so good? Because he's like, okay.
Because he looks so great and he's always in shape. And if you follow his Instagram, he's working out and still shredded. And you're just like, man, he's putting the pumps in.
Gosh.
So with that being said, he's still 77 and his Instagram, like half of his pictures are blurry. Where it's just like,
oh, yeah, it's because he's 70.
Yeah. It's like it's like dad shit where you're just like, hey, man, can you just not have like somebody take that for you, like somebody who knows what they're doing, where it's still like mom and like old school mom and dad shit.
I love that.
Because technically they're grandparents' age.
I know.
So, the fact that he even has an Instagram is awesome, but it's some of the pictures are blurry.
Yeah, he maybe should have someone else take it over.
Just a photographer there. That's all. Just a photographer there.
He's definitely rich enough, but I love that he's just like, dad Instagram.
And he does things with his kids all the time. He's got daughters,
right?
So he does these things with his daughters, and they're always embarrassed of him and shit like that. By the way, his daughters are smoking, like total smoke shows. These girls, where you're just like, cool. Jesus Christ,
right.
Yeah. Well, no, but I mean that in a way of like, of course, Sylvester Stallone, the ultimate poon hound.
Yes,
the ultimate poon hound is now forced with like 3 supermodel daughters who are in their 20s. Have fun, bud.
Yeah.
Have fun with all of that.
It's no Billy Joel's daughter, that's for sure. You know what I mean? He's really got the good genes. Well,
his wife is...
Yeah.
What's her name? Jennifer Flava or something like that. Something along those lines. She's a fucking supermodel. I don't know her name.
Okay, and is that the first person he's had kids with?
You know, I believe it is. Because he was married to the chick from Rocky IV, Brigitte Nielsen.
Oh, yeah, but they never had kids.
I don't think they had kids. She just had a kid like fucking 2 months ago.
Yeah, she's like 55. She is 70. Yeah. And I think that's like irresponsible.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But it's a fun Instagram to follow. I personally love Sylvester Stallone. We've talked about it before. He's one of the most talented, underrated dudes on the planet because he writes and directs all this shit and produces it. That's what you
forget. You know, that's what people forget.
People don't care, man. Like, unless it's Tarantino, where you're like, I'm going to see a Tarantino movie. People really don't give a shit who wrote and directed something.
This goes back to the thing with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
But by the way,
about
on
the band.
Bohemian Rhapsody, I stick around and see who the director is. And Bryan Singer still had that credit on there. He was fired from that movie mid show Me Too thing. Yeah. Well, let's face it, though. Everybody in town knew he was touching boys. So.
And how young were the boys again?
16, 17, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But look,
not cool with that.
No, and that was one that everybody knew, and it was just like, all right, cool. But when that movie dropped, he got the directing credit. It wasn't the other person.
Really?
Yeah, which I was surprised by. I'm sure there was some fight in the DGA, the Directors Guild of America, about that type of credit, but you know, it felt like a Bryan Singer movie.
I would have given that credit up for sure for that movie.
But that's what he does. So like that,
he does those kinds of like cheesy.
Yes.
What's another movie?
Man, I think he did like X-Men, but like the ones that people weren't happy about, where you're just like,
it's just
cool.
like cheesy bopping along, like classic, like
yeah. Bryan Singer.
I don't love a super well lit, perfect scene. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff makes me mad. I don't know why.
Jared went over to his house, at Bryan Singer's house. He's got a picture with him.
Yes, he does.
Pretty funny. And
he was cool with all of it.
Yeah. Well, it's Jared. He laughed, but I go, Jared, did you get touched? And he goes, no. And he goes, not into me. And I was like, well, you're no one's demographic. I'm talking to one of my best friends, by the way. But I was like, you're no one's demographic. And he goes, yeah, really into like super young, fit dudes. And I was like, oh yeah.
Who isn't? You know, he's a weird guy. Kind of likes young, fit guys. I don't know.
James.
What a weirdo.
What a weirdo,
Personally,
James.
I think it's gross, okay? Just so you know.
Yeah, of course.
Ugh.
But young, fit gay dudes, Jessie. Not straight. Well, no, actually, that's not true. He likes straight dudes, too.
Sure, he would rather have a straight one.
That's a big thing to turn a straight. I didn't know that.
Why would you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Learning a lot of things today.
Checking off a lot of items on my list.
Chocolate bodies.
On my list.
Turning the straights.
Before we get into the sponsors, I want to talk about this mustache that's coming in.
It's coming in great.
Yeah. I would say Monday or Tuesday I'll be full Prefontaine. Probably by Tuesday.
Were you going to say Bush? Full Bush?
No, I was not going to say full Bush.
Okay.
Full Prefontaine, yeah. And I'm pretty stoked about that. So there's going to be a little surprise for everyone on the video show.
Including me.
Next week. You're welks, Jables.
Yes.
Just in time for the holidays, too.
Always. It always is.
It always is.
It's always just in time for something big, you know? Whether it be the holidays, an anniversary, a birthday.
Come on, you're welcome.
It's always just in time.
You're welcome.
It's always a beautiful present that nobody asked for. Again, nobody's been asking for it, but you will give the people what they haven't wanted.
Oh, James, it was a bet on Drinking Bros. I love you. I love you so much. Oh.
No, and I just need to get used to this life.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Stop really fighting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, stop resisting,
Stop
James.
resisting. No means yes.
Yeah, it does. It does. Let's get into the sponsors, shall we? First and foremost, talking about a little blackriflecoffee.com. Everybody talking about that MSNBC piece. And they were like, holy shit, man.
It was so good.
No. And they were like, dude, it's cool to see Drinking Bros on there, podcasts and all of the shit. Yes, it was. I was really surprised that MSNBC did a 7.5 minute piece on blackriflecoffee.com. I'd love to see Rachel Maddow's head explode if she was inside that Black Rifle Coffee building. That would be hilarious.
Oh, my God. She would just, crying. I'm triggered.
Oh, boy.
Oh, she'd be so triggered. She'd have to talk about her podcast, which I'm not giving a shout out to.
She have a podcast?
Yes, I'm not going to say the name, but it's very high on the charts.
Is it really? I know what you're talking about, because our video show was ahead of hers for a while on those charts, on the iTunes charts. So fuck her, fuck Rachel Maddow. Go get some Black Rifle coffee instead. Support a veteran-owned company that makes coffee fresh in the warehouse, bags it up, and ships it out right to you. Boom, got some yesterday. Boom. Coffee Club of the Month, man, is a fucking lifesaver. I really can't stress that enough. So use the one-time promo code of Revolution for 20% off, and make sure you use it on that Coffee Club. That is a game changer. You never have to go to the store. It's $4 cheaper than Costco. Bags, K-cups, all of it, you name it. It's right in front of here. These little guys right here. Get it, love it, learn it, live it, drop it. Next up, I got ghostbed.com/drinking bros. They have the deals. And I know what you're saying. Why isn't Revolution? I told them not to make a fucking page. Don't make a fucking page. Just go to ghostbed.com. You would
take money away from them.
Yes, don't do it. Both shows. I host both shows. We're good. Ghostbed.com/drinking bros is where you can find all your mattress deals for the holidays. It is a big purchase. Sometimes you don't know what to get your husband and or wife, and you go in on one group thing. If you need a mattress at home, this is it. And you get the free pillows and adjustable base. And on Black Friday, they're running like a sale. I think it's like $535 off. I mean, it's massive. I believe they also have a 2-for-1 where it's just like, dude, if you need 2 mattresses, they're going for like $7.99 a piece. Go there now. Start checking out their deals, because the deals are open already. So start. Go to ghostbed.com/drinking bros, and they have a pay-as-you-go plan, which is pure insanity. So you don't have to pay for this up front. You can parcel it off month by month.
And there's no interest for 3 years.
No interest for 3 years, which is crazy awesome. Oh my God. I love this company, by the way, and I'm super stoked that they're now on here as well. We've been doing them on Drinking Bros for like 2 years, and everybody who's gotten the fucking bed is just like, this is amazing. It's dropped off to your house. It's in a box. No assembly required. Even for the adjustable bases, which have USB ports and flashlights and all that stuff, like, this is literally one of my favorite companies on the planet. So go to ghostbed.com/drinking bros, and go to Ross Patterson Revolution on iTunes and rate the show and review it. At the end of the year, their favorite review is going to win a free mattress. Yeah, I coughed when I said that, because I can't believe it. They're going to give away a whole free set of shit.
I feel like we need to buy one for someone for Christmas.
Yeah.
Just because that deal is insane.
I know. It's great. Perhaps we will. I have
someone in mind.
Do you?
I do.
All right. Next up, we got a little StrikeForceEnergy.com. There it is. Yep. Any bombs going off?
Nope.
No bombs today.
Yeah.
You're in a peaceful mood.
I don't know. They almost were coming.
Okay. Strike Force Energy is the premier energy drink in the biz. That's no lie. No room in the fridge for cans for the holiday season. Wife, grandma.
I literally have
aunts.
No room. I'm not
No
joking.
room. Everybody's cooking, dude. Don't get Red Bull for fucking vodka drinks.
Beer.
All that other shit. Yes.
Strike Force.
All you need is this. If you're watching the video show, boom. It's in a fucking 10-pack. Shit's $9.99. That's it. Put it on the counter. You're good to go. Your drunk uncle. All of that is fine.
Do a turn down service for your family and put that right on the pillow.
Amazing flavors. They got lemon, original, Make America Grape Again, and orange. It goes in any fucking liquid available. You're good to go, because you're going to need some energy during the holidays, especially after that first course hits right around 11 a.m. with the appetizers.
Yep.
For Thanksgiving, you're going to need a little recharge.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
StrikeForceEnergy.com. They also have a subscription of the month. Sign up, join it, learn it, live it, love it. I love them very much.
It actually cancels out tryptophan.
Yes.
And that's scientific science.
Yep. You betcha.
Scientific science.
Yep. And James knows.
And everyone knows that.
She's got a degree in scientific science.
Yes. And it's true, though. Just cancels it out.
It is.
You're good to go.
StrikeForceEnergy.com. Use the promo code REVOLUTION for 20% off. And that's good all the time. Every single time. And they ship everywhere in the entire world. Last but not least, we've got StraightRazors.com.
Ooh, that's a clean cut. Smooth. Are you rocking?
Oh, man, James, that was really loud.
I have no cans.
Yeah, you've no
so
headphones on. I do. That pierced through every single particle inside my brain.
Sorry.
StraightRazors.com's got everything you need to be a real man in this world. Look, we're coming up on holiday season. Get a shaving kit for Christmas. Stocking stuffers. It's fucking great. Look, the best description, and you can back me up on this, it's like Tombstone. It's like getting a fucking nice old kit from Tombstone. Their aftershave is the greatest on the planet. Fucking Smolder. I use it all the time. I love their cologne. They got beard oils, shampoos, conditioners. The mustache waxes, which I use today because I'm getting this fucking thing groomed, ready for the holidays. They got everything. And if you're worried about using a straight razor, they got safety razors as well. It's the blades that make them so good, by the way. They just last longer than other blades. Huge fan of StraightRazors.com. Use the promo code REVOLUTION for 20% off, and that's a big savings there. Everybody keeps buying your ringtones, the You Like It ringtones, and they keep asking me, where do I get it? Just type in Ross Patterson Revolution on iTunes. You'll see the You Like It ringtone, and it is literally spelled You Like It. Holy shit.
Giving the people what they never asked for. You know what I mean? You're welcome.
And then another great stocking stuffer. At night she cries while he rides his steed. When darkness falls, he doesn't catch it. Amazon's now offering a deal because the fucking books blew up. You
interesting, you fuckers.
You cocksuckers. Yeah.
You fucks.
You fuckers. So is the paperbacks now that are blowing up, and it's just like Amazon's behind it now. Oh, sorry, we didn't know it was this fucking funny. Fuck you.
Oh, gosh, it just...
But look, it's available on Prime. They're offering a deal, 2 for great stocking stuffers. And there's paperbacks for both now. So good to go on that. Good to go. I think you get 2 for like 20 or something.
Dude, what?
Yeah, 2 for 25. Paperbacks, paperback. What
Gotta
up, girl?
Get that paperback.
What up, girl? Gonna get that paperback. Want to talk about El Chapo. This trial's going on, James.
Okay, what phase are they in now?
Well, I want to ask you this. Let's say you live there, and you
lived where?
In New York, where this is going down.
Ugh.
And they chose you for the jury. Ugh. Yes or no?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Why?
What? Why?
Yeah.
I don't want to die. 1 and B.
So this is going on right now. We're in today's day number 3 of this trial.
Are they in jury selection or is it full on trial?
Trial. So
these people have gotten to trial. Have they dismissed any more jurors?
Not as of yet.
And he
juror. Said, I guess he put out a statement that just said, "I'm not going to murder anyone on the jury."
Oh boy.
Yep.
If that doesn't mean I'm fucking murdering you,
yeah,
I don't. That is the scariest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Hey, what if El Chapo is just like, hey, real quick, I'm not going to murder you.
I'm not going to. Oh, boy.
You literally just got kissed on the mouth.
Yeah, here's what I would say if I was chosen for this jury.
Hey, I'm not going to.
Yep. I would just look at him, make eye contact with him throughout the trial, and just say this: innocent. You're innocent.
Yes. Me. Having the wife come in, roll in. She just sat there and like looked at all the jurors, really serious, and she was just like, "Oh man,
Foof.
Whew.
Yeah." A guy, the former operations chief for the Sinaola, However, look, come on, you know my Spanish is real flawless.
You refuse to try, is what it is.
You
don't fucking care. I know you don't fucking care.
I don't live there.
In a biblioteca, champagne.
Exactly, champagne.
The only Spanish word I know is champagne.
So he took the stand yesterday, the witness stand, and offered what they're calling in the New York Times is a masterclass on the inner workings of trafficking operation. He identified El Chapo as the chief leader. Wait, who went on the
stand?
The operations chief.
Okay.
For the drug cartel.
Okay, yeah.
3 hours of insider witness testimony. Jesus Zambada Garcia. Even that guy, like, whenever you're going by three names like that,
you're a murderer. So again, what I was saying is that the people that they're putting on the stand to testify against him can be just discredited immediately. They did all the things that they're accusing him of doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Thieves, drug lords.
Yeah, you can say drug lord. The
underbosses. Yeah. I mean, they're all people that like, oh, we're gonna believe you. Fuck you.
So he stood up after he was done and then pointed at El Chapo and said he did this. And that was like the most dramatic thing of the day. This trial is all fucking drama. I want to. Yeah. So what they're charging him with, by the way, and this is what they get most of these motherfuckers on.
Some kind of tax thing or
yes, because they can't get him on the murders.
No.
So he was extradited to the United States from Mexico. And the government has charged El Chapo with, making $14 billion in illicit profits during his 20 years in business and protecting his empire with a sprawling payroll of corrupt officials, army, and professional assassins, blah, blah, blah. To me, personally, if I'm on this jury, and I had to be on this jury, not only would I would say he's innocent just for the sake of my life and my...
Every day, every time he looked over, family. I would say innocent.
The other part of this, with the extradition to America, what do we care as Americans? It's about somebody from another country who did some fucked up shit in another country. Me personally, I don't give a shit. Like, I really don't.
They're getting for smuggling drugs, basically, over the border to us?
Illegal business dealings of $14 billion in the drug cartel and all this shit. But again, like, don't care.
He got them through.
Me like, personally,
our
bad. Not only that, but
bad.
A lot of the it was coke and weed and all that other shit. Like, weed should have been legalized anyways. Congratulations. What were you smuggling in through California? Awesome. There's a weed vendor on every single corner of California.
Actually, if we get these heroin addicts fucking hooked on some coke, maybe they'll actually do something.
Yeah. Might not be get a job. Give him a safe space for cocaine.
I don't know many people that are like full on just coke, right?
Yeah.
Anyways.
So again, if your argument is this of he brought drugs in the country and people got hooked or whatever, big deal. People get hooked on alcohol and food and other shit all the time. Like, to me, with all of this shit, whatever he did in Mexico, he should be tried in Mexico. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I really don't give a shit. Like, I know, the Mexican jail system was so corrupt that he kept escaping and all this other shit. And they were like, now we can finally put him away in this country. Why? We have to pay for this motherfucker to be here? Like,
right. I
don't care. I really do not care. Sean Penn should have gone to jail.
Right.
For outing this motherfucker. He's the rat.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. I don't know how he's still alive.
I don't know how he's still alive. Sean Penn really...
Because this whole thing is because of Sean Penn. You know that, right?
I mean, yes and no, but yeah.
No, this is yes. Because they had his location.
Right.
Sean Penn,
yes,
and his fucking lawyer,
yes.
They found him.
Right.
So, like,
you're right.
That was it. To me, I'm surprised Sean Penn's still alive. One. Two. I don't care about. I don't care about this trial, and I think this is a waste of because this is U.S. taxpayer dollars on this shit.
Right.
What the fuck do I care?
Is it just ratings?
No, because it's not televised. So if it was televised,
that's right.
Oh man, that would be great. If this was on CNN every day, like the OJ trial. And by the way, I'm surprised it's not. This would be high ratings. Like, boy, this would be awesome. This motherfucker standing up in court. Yeah, but you don't show the jurors. They never showed the jurors in the OJ case when that trial was going on. So if you were going to televise this, awesome. If not, I don't give a shit.
Right.
So my guess is this. I'm going to say hung jury on this one.
Oh, for sure. He's not getting convicted. But what did I tell you last night? And you were like, I was like, he's done a lot of good for his community.
Because he gave money to like a soccer team or something?
No, he did. Never mind.
Same with, who was the other one who got, Medellin, who got his, Pablo Escobar. He did the same thing. He gave the community a lot of money, and he was seen as a local hero, which is fine.
That one girl that brought Sean Penn to El Chapo, she had first written him, thanking him for the things he was speaking out against and things that he was doing. Right?
Corruption in the Mexican government.
That's how they first got connected. Yeah, is that she was like, I agree with what you're trying to do here. Yeah, not the other stuff, but. I'm saying there's two sides to little Chapo. It's little Chapo, right?
L means the, right? So it's the Chapo. Is it the Chapo?
Yes.
Is that what we're going with?
Lil Chapo.
Either way, I'm Ross Stramish prediction. I'm saying hung jury. Yeah. I'm saying this is a waste of time.
If not innocent.
But then what? So does he go back to Mexico?
Yeah, right?
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. If you extradite somebody here to try them for shit, and then let's say it's a hung jury, does he get to go free here, or does he go back to Mexico and is he free?
I don't know.
The other thing is this guy who stood up in court yesterday and pointed at him, he goes back to jail and probably gets killed immediately, right? Wouldn't you say?
I would think. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why people are still alive.
Whitey Bulger got fucking popped.
Exactly. You can find Sean Penn.
Locks in a sock.
You can find Sean Penn pretty easily.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's still alive. So.
Unless you're looking for his new TV show. It's on Hulu. Not a lot of people still.
Oh, that's right. I was going to check it out, and then I thought,
it's on Hulu.
I like his documentary work a lot better these days.
It's on Hulu. Speaking of which, with these new streaming and cable fucking wars that are going on, did you notice they ripped HBO off of Dish?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's just streaming now or what?
No, so they're in a carriage dispute. And again, we talked about this, man. The more and more companies start buying up shit like this. In that AT&T merger, they owned Time Warner. Time Warner owns HBO. So who does AT&T have a deal with? DirecTV, because they own DirecTV.
Sure.
So they went back and asked for more money from Dish to put on HBO, and they said, "Go fuck yourself." Mm-hmm. And they were like, "Great, well, we don't need you." Because again, HBO is streaming now, so it's just like, who doesn't have a smart TV?
Right.
Or something like that. So they're like, all right, great. Fuck off. I don't care if you're on the cable system. Just get the smart TV. Just get the app.
Blanked out when you asked me that.
It really shocked you.
You're like, who doesn't have a smart TV?
And you're like,
and I just shut down.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, what do you mean? Everyone.
Everyone's got a pretty much everyone's got a flat or a device, a Roku, a fucking Apple TV is something where it's just like, all right, great.
I think.
Yeah. So
they're unplugging. They're cutting the cord.
I don't know if they will come back to Dish.
They don't
but with
have
this
to.
Shit, with this fucking AT&T merger, man, I don't think people realize how many companies are now under that umbrella. It's a fucking monopoly.
Yeah.
So I got because I got the Dish bill and I was like, whoa, this is real light. I was like $4.
Stop.
Yeah, well, they had to take off the HBO and the other shit because
oh boy,
you think about it, HBO. It's not only HBO, it's Cinemax, it's Stars. There's like 4 networks that are owned by HBO, so you lose all of those too. Ooh.
Oh, you used to love that soft porn.
You're gonna miss that late night soft porn, that Skinamax.
A gal in her lingerie getting caressed.
Yeah, like people fucking in a cave dressed as cavemen,
Just missionary all night long.
Straight mesh. I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna mish that. Nailed it.
Boom, 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 boom. On it.
That's the only type of comedy you can get from a master like myself.
Boom comedy.
Yeah, so that's gone. But you're going to start seeing more and more of that is what I'm saying in the future. So if you're out there and you're, whatever cable system you're on, and you're like, oh man, this is gone, or this channel's missing, or whatever, people are just going to stop caring, and it's going to be like, hey,
yeah,
it's going to force everybody into apps, though.
Apps, but what they're also doing, so like Spectrum, for example, kept calling me about getting streaming through them. Do you stream?
Yeah.
Do you stream? Would you like, do you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Like, I just have internet through you. So like I stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what they're doing, probably, here's my guess. And what they were doing is they're slowing that down so that but if you get the streaming service through them, then you can stream your Netflix and stuff really fast.
Yeah. Which
you know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
It's bullshit, but I'm just saying that's the way that they're going to. So like Dish will provide streaming or something like that. And you're like, no, I don't think you understand. I already have streaming and I use your internet to do so. So what are you telling me?
It's the fucking worst. And that's going to keep happening too, where it's just like, we're all streaming shit.
They're just trying to figure out, it really is like the changing of the guard, and they're trying to
the last fucking, how do we get pennies out of you? We're not paying for cable anymore. You're going to
right.
We need higher streaming, and all your shit's going to be disrupted. And it's like, yeah, you're right. Especially,
they're not going to give up without a fight.
We have two kids. We've got relatives in for the holidays and all that shit. Like, people are watching Netflix in like 9 different rooms. And and I would rather watch HBO on my fucking Apple TV because I could watch the shows when I want. Like, does anyone really sit down at the time and like put on the channel for the show that's on Sunday night? I think there's a couple shows left that they do that for.
But you could do it on Apple TV.
Yeah, you do. Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So it's like, there really is no more. It'll come on at the exact same time. It'll pop up on your app.
Yeah.
The exact same time that it would come on your channel. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see.
We'll see. You're right about that.
That Dumbo trailer dropped, by the way, from Tim Burton.
Did it?
We talked about it.
Were we waiting for it?
The full length thing where it was just like, what is this going to be?
Yeah, what is it?
So we're like, man, that looked good. I know we said that a few months back on the show. The full thing dropped. Holy shit!
Is it the one?
Incredible.
Is it the thing?
They really done it. I was mixed on these live action movies where it was just like, we're taking a cartoon and turning it into a real movie.
Right.
This looks fucking great. Like, Tim Burton really knocked it out of the park with this one. That's one of the best trailers ever, where you're like, man, and you get a little weepy on it.
Oh my gosh. I will be there for that.
Give it a peeksies. It doesn't come out till March, but the full trailer dropped, and it was just like, man, was that a great trailer.
I love that.
I'm here for that type of shit.
Yeah.
The other one they said is Lion King, and that they said that is going to be unbelievable.
Okay.
A live action version of Lion King. It's Donald Glover and Beyonce. So they're not. Oh, they're doing the voices. Yeah.
And how is it live action? Just
there's real people and things with the thing. Like, if you watch the Dumbo trailer, you'll
like
see.
Paddington, kind
of. Remember that Netflix movie with the pig?
Okay, yeah.
That's so,
Okja.
I
fucking love Okja.
I know. Well, except for the ending, but yes.
Well, yeah, but my God.
Yeah, exactly.
Great
so
movie.
Same technology where it's like Dumbo looks like the Okja, and then everybody else is real around them. And you're
got it. So then, but I'm just wondering, in Lion King, there wasn't any.
I know there wasn't any people. I don't know what they're going to do with that.
Okay.
Unless all of the animals are going to look like Okja or Dumbo.
And then they'll be in a real setting.
Whew. I don't know. I know they dropped coin on that movie, so
sure
the special effects must be insane on it.
Glover.
That's my only guess.
Beyonce.
Beyonce. And I think James Earl Jones is back too.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh,
you better get on that.
Yeah. So we'll see. But when it dropped yesterday, I was like, oh man, this is amazing. And you know where I saw it was I followed Michael Keaton on Twitter.
Oh,
I love Michael Keaton.
Oh, I love him too.
He is, and he just said, Tim Burton's a special person for doing this. And because I watched the trailer, I thought it was just because obviously he was in Beetlejuice and they're still friends. No, Michael Keaton's in the movie, and I'm like,
yes,
I'm in. Yeah,
I love him
Michael
so
Keaton.
much.
I know.
Everyone loves him, right?
I think so. Like
Okay.
it should be universal.
But I mean, like behind the scenes, I think he's like
great.
Comics love him because he used to be a stand-up and they love
across the board. He's just a fucking great dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will take no disparaging remarks about M. Keats.
I won't hear it.
I won't either. But I'm glad to see that he's doing all this shit. And like the even cooler thing was thinking back to like what was Beetlejuice? Late 80s, early 90s?
Sure, and I wish there was a way to find out.
Nope. I have no idea from you.
I would say late 80s.
I think.
What are you going to say? Because I'm going to say 89.
Either way, the cool thing about it is, I would say 88.
Beetlegeist.
Oh boy, James.
Or no, it's It's Beetlejuice.
It is Beetlejuice.
In the movie, they call him Beetlegeist.
Yeah, they do.
But it's not Beetlegeist. It's 1988. Damn it.
I got it. I nailed it.
What'd you say?
88.
I'm going to have to re-roll that. I'm going to have to roll the tape back because I said 89.
But here's what I like about it, right? So you go 88. So now that's 30 years of working with the same director. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
The fact that Tim Burton and Michael Keaton, you've got to be awesome to maintain a career at that level for this long. And I know M. Keats went through it for 10 or 15 years where he was kind of off the board. Now he's back. Still deserved that Oscar from Birdman. They fucked him out of that. But to see this and to see him working with the same director, I was like, man, that's awesome.
That's why I will never forgive Redmayne. Mealy mouth.
I'm never.
Fucking Redmayne.
I don't get
He always looks like he will forever look like Stephen Hawking to me.
Yeah, Redmayne can go fucking Redmayne himself.
He hasn't fucking straightened out from it yet. I think it really did a number on him. You know what I mean? When you curl up for that long.
For that long, yeah. Yeah. We got a crime corner today, don't we, Jables?
What?
Crime corner.
I want to crime corner.
Yeah.
Really into it. I need to give some shout outs though.
Go ahead.
To the people that brought this to me. So this is a couple of detectives have worked on this one together. Okay. So Shane Goodman.
Okay.
And Freedom Still Ringing. Now listen, private account, doesn't have the name on it.
All right.
So I guess that's for a reason. I'm not going to out him, but that's the handle.
Yeah.
And those two have been working around the clock on this one.
I want to, by the way, while you pull this up, I want to give you a shout out. In the Fantasy Football League, somebody named that because we do fantasy football on Drinking Bros Sports podcast. Somebody named their team the Dallas Precinct Crime Corner.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Wanted to tell you that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Not in my league.
I forget
I
forget which league it's in, but yeah, that's pretty.
I love that.
Pretty special, Jables. So what do you got for us today on this fucking riveting, ball quenching crime corner?
Florida man breaks into restaurant.
Florida man again, huh?
Always.
Okay.
And I've told you why.
Yeah.
I'm not getting into it with you anymore.
No need.
Let me finish.
Sure.
There's more than just...
There always is.
Breaks into restaurant, strips naked, eats noodles, and plays bongos.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I need to go any further?
Keep going, please.
So, Florida. St. Petersburg.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is, a lot of crimes coming out of there.
Yeah.
So this homeless man that broke into a restaurant...
Mm-hmm.
Well, first he grabbed some bongos from the shed. Showed up on a bike with clothes on. Okay? Went to the shed, got some bongos.
Yep.
Broke into the restaurant.
Okay.
Made some ramen noodles that he brought with him. Okay? Ate those noodles. Stripped naked.
After eating the noodles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Played some bongos. Hung out for a little bit. Left. No pants. On the bike.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the pants, but he just really definitely not into it.
It gets hot after you eat noodles, you know?
He would not have been caught if someone the night after, what? Because nobody's checking the video surveillance for like some bongos being in the restaurant. He didn't steal anything.
Right.
Didn't take anything.
Right.
Okay? No one's going to be like, how'd these bongos get here? So, the night after, someone actually did rob the restaurant, like broke in, took laptop, money, things like that. So they were looking at their surveillance for this incident.
Okay.
The night after.
Okay.
And they kind of like rewound and stumbled upon this masterpiece.
Right.
First of all, I love that. Of like, oh, you're looking at one crime and then you're just like, what the fuck is going on at this restaurant?
Yeah.
So the restaurant is not pressing charges for the homeless man.
Okay.
Because he was just having the time of his life. You know, when he was just doing whatever, it sounds like he was just doing whatever came to his mind, right?
Understandable.
Bongos, play them.
Right.
Clothes, take them off. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? I mean, that's the next logical step.
Noodles, eat them.
Yep.
Now I'm going to leave. So, I don't know. It made me think of, I used to work at the Rustic Inn. You know,
by the way, I love the Rustic Inn in Los Angeles.
I love it too.
That was, we had a pre-party for Range 15 there.
Yeah.
It was right down the street from the Vista Theater. Yeah.
It's an institute. It's an institution.
It is, yeah.
It's been there still open. Been there 4 years. Still a dive, but the real kind of dive where like it's really the jukebox. You know what I mean? Really the booths. It's not
Absolutely.
like, oh, this is a dive bar theme.
Right.
It's really a dive bar.
Yeah.
Smelly, gross. But anyways, there was this girl that we used to work with that was like the token I get super wasted on shift girl.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the night we had to put a padlock on the freezer because of her, because she would, at the end of the night, cleaning up whatever, she would break into the freezer and eat like raw wings.
Oh God.
Or whatever. She would one night she heated them up on the coffee warmer. You know, like how you like put coffee on there and the bottom metal part like keeps that coffee pot warm? Yeah, but it's
real black and dirty.
Real black and dirty. So she was like turned on the coffee maker and put the wings. I thought, smart. Genius.
Yeah.
In your drunken state. Like, who thinks of that? I never would.
Brilliant.
And kind of warmed up the wings on that coffee warmer.
Boy. Was she hot?
She was.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
could you imagine? Because like somebody probably fucked her at the end of those nights.
All the time.
And here's the thing.
All the time.
They had no idea that this disgusting little dirtbag that they were making out with later on in the evening was eating wings off a coffee maker heated up.
Or frozen. However she could get them. Ranch, frozen wings. Okay. Hot.
God damn it.
I'm telling you, those good time girls, you gotta watch out. They are never exactly what you want them to be. I promise you that.
Yeah. Crime corner. That's true, though. That is true. I think about that a lot because somebody told me this years ago, and it stuck out to me, and I was just like, man, there was a bartender at the place that I was a bouncer at, and I had seen some disgusting shit in a bathroom, and they were like, look, in a men's bathroom, and they were like, trust me, there is no humans more disgusting on this earth than girls at the girls' bathroom. And I was like, that's fair, right?
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So like this girl, and I think I know who you're talking about.
You may. I don't know. Okay. I don't know if you do, because we weren't like super good friends. We just we worked together.
I'm thinking of the other girl you were friends with.
Okay. Yeah. So we worked together a lot, but we weren't like close because I couldn't.
Yeah. Because I follow a lot of these college sites that I love because they have hilarious videos.
Yeah.
So this girl, fucking hot girl on there was a site called Instagram called Old Row that I follow.
Okay.
Eagle claw to dip. So Eagle claw is like, hey, you're going. Usually you pinch.
Oh, okay.
It's a two-finger pinch.
Yeah.
Anybody watching the video show,
I immediately think of ranch whenever you say that. So I'm sorry. No. I thought, oh gosh, how did she? Okay.
No, pinch a dip, 2-finger, right? Eagle claw 3. She fucking eagle clawed a monster dip and then threw it in. I was just like, oh God. Somebody at the end of that night went home with her and they had no idea she was fucking eagle clawing, Copenhagen all day.
Yeah.
You're just disgusted by this human, and you've no idea. You wake up the next day, as a dude, and you're like, man, I just fucking boned the hottest chick. Nope, she was eating wings off a coffee maker. And
she probably peed the bed.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff.
Eagle clawing dips.
Oh. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. I think she had a bunk bed. We lived in the same building, and I think she had a bunk bed.
Because other people would stay there, or that was the only thing available?
I don't know, but it was like, because you get your own place in your 20s.
Yeah. She had a bunk bed. Maybe she was splitting the room with somebody else.
Listen, I don't know, but it's an interesting look. Do you know what I mean? The motif to go with in your 20s. Frozen wings, bunk bed. I mean, when guys went home with her, what did they think?
I don't know. The only thing that I think
bottom
is off the top of my head, the last time that it's acceptable as an adult to have a bunk bed is usually college. Because let's face it, you're in a dormer or, some dorm room.
We were past college age for sure.
Yeah. So anybody outside of college who's living in a normal apartment with a bunk bed, run very far away from that. There is no reason for you to be there and stick around for whatever the fuck.
And we were all on the cusp of it not being cute anymore. And we all know kind of what age that is. We flex with it a little bit. Yeah. Certain people.
Depends on where you live.
Including me. But yeah.
It depends on where you live. So here's what I've found in real life. If you're in Los Angeles, you can get away with that shit longer than you can the rest of the world, where you're like, oh, maybe New York, if you're, in the city itself, where it's just like, hey, the apartment is 600 square feet and it's, you're right.
Yeah, but
you're right.
You can't be a mess there, I think, less in New York, because like you gotta fucking pay for that shit, right? Unless mommy and daddy are paying for your apartment, like you have to go to fucking work, and like you can go out for drinks and stuff, but even New York, doesn't it seem like, don't get sloppy there, like people, right? It's not as sloppy as LA. Like some reason the clubs and the bullshit in LA, like in New York, I don't know why, maybe I just have this feeling there, but I feel like they lock their shit up a little bit more.
They do.
You know what I mean?
And because
they look down on us in LA for sure.
Yeah.
For the kind of fucking partying that we do. Like we're disgusting.
But I think with New York, like if you went back to somebody's place with a bunk bed, you'd be like, oh fuck, I don't have a shot out at, like, I try to getting out of this life. In LA, you're like, oh, that's
still.
Everybody's living the fairy tale for
totally. It's
way
just like,
too old. Where you're just like, hey man, you're not.
Because everyone's trying to do something else, right? So like in LA, I guess that's probably the difference. So everyone's trying to follow their passion, their dream.
Yeah.
So they're doing jobs that in anywhere else in the world would be kind of looked down upon. But as long as you're doing something else off the clock, like auditioning a couple times or working on your script, then it's not tragic.
Yes.
Anywhere else, if you're a bartender at like the age that we were, it wasn't cute. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're there trying to act, or you are doing a movie or whatever you're doing, it's okay. But so I think you can stretch it out longer there because everyone's following their passion.
Exactly, their dream, yeah. Whereas the rest of the United States,
right?
Let's say you're in, I don't know, like a city like
literally anywhere else. But yeah, go ahead. You
Columbus,
can name
Ohio, or whatever. Like you're looking when you go out to those bars, because some of my best friends still live there. And then they make a fuck ton of money. Make a shit ton of money. Have nice places. You know all of them.
Oh yes.
And you know the single ones.
I love it there.
Yeah. You know the single ones who are still left.
Yes.
Like with him able to take girls back to his place and his job and all that shit's like that means a lot to girls. If you took a girl home, meeting her out in the short north, and that you would fucking bunk beds in your place, in one bedroom. See you later. This is not going past 1-2 dates, no matter how hot you are at that point.
Right.
You'd be like, why can't this person get their shit together? But in LA, you can kind of get away with it for a while.
Because it's sort of like, at least you're in LA, or I'm sure that's probably how it is in New York. Like just paying rent in New York is a bigger accomplishment than most people make ever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like just being able to pay that rent and living there, you're already above everyone else, right?
Yeah.
So beyond that point, you don't have to do much more. And in LA too, it's like rent is really high, like parking, like everything, driving around, like it's super expensive to live there. So people already, right? Yeah. They already put this like, oh my gosh, you live in LA. I mean, people even say it now where it's like, it's not true, but they're like, oh, you're from LA. Wow. Like that in itself is enough for them. Like I was super tragic and ridiculous there. Yeah. They don't know that. They go, oh. And I was a hairstylist, like actress in LA. That's pretty accomplished.
Sure.
Because to even get to that level, you have to work 10 times harder than you would in like a smaller town, right?
Right.
But I'm here to tell you, right? That it is tragic. And there is people that are eating frozen wings and they still are from LA.
Yeah.
Right?
I will say this. I had one like eye-opening experience where I was at a bar and it's probably in town 3 or 4 weeks, right?
That you had just moved there. Yeah.
Just moved there. And, you know, you go out to like, because I was still getting into like the dopest shit.
Do I want to hear this story?
Yes, you do,
okay,
actually.
Go ahead.
And I met this girl. She was hot, brought her back to my place or whatever. And wait. Here's the good part of this. She looks at me when she walks in and literally just looks around and she goes, I thought you said you were an actor. I was like, yeah, I am. She goes, well, by the looks of it, you haven't fucking done anything. And I was like, no, I just moved here like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And she's like, great, I'm fucking out of here. And no lie, just walked out the door.
I love it.
And my roommate were
I never did that, by the way. I was cool with it.
Me and my roommate were like, I never forget. He looks at me without missing a beat and he goes, well, at least she was honest. See you tomorrow.
I thought it was going to be like, welcome to LA. Like, oh boy.
Just so pissed off. Mm-hmm. Like pissed off that she had wasted her time.
You obviously went for the wrong type of gal, because I'm going to tell you right now.
You don't know what you're getting though out there. You really don't.
You don't, but I could guess. If I met you at a bar, do you know what I mean? You said you were an actor. For me, you're going to have like a mattress on the floor. You're going to have a blanket that you got from, you know, like in the parking lot where those Mexicans sell the like Jesus blankets.
Yeah.
You're probably going to have one of those like as your comforter.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I did have a Mary. It was the Virgin Mary. Well, of
course you did.
But I did it because I found it hilarious.
Sure, and so did all of these other boys, I'm sure. It wasn't that it was cheap.
I had a full-on Mexican motif in my bedroom, like with the sheets, like the Virgin Mary, the candle, the whole thing. And it was really funny to me.
Oh, no.
But I suppose if you didn't know me, like, and we had just met out and you came back to my place, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, is he super religious?
Well, and probably because you've seen it before. And you're like, oh, so you just stopped on the side of the road.
I did stop on the side of the road.
Yeah.
You know what else I did? I bought one of those waterfall backdrops that hangs on your wall where it's just like...
Oh, and it's like moving?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So why?
Did you have a velvet Elvis? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I had the whole, all of that shit. And I thought it was personally hilarious in my room. Mm-hmm. Some people did not.
Sure.
There was a big segment who were just like, you are a fucking loser.
Right.
And I kept that going for a while.
They always have like a metal bed. Do you know what I mean? That's like, I don't know, IKEA.
Yeah.
Or like,
I had all of that shit when I first moved there. I also had a one room that we had because we rented out like, I mean, it was fucking massive. Like it was like a 6-bedroom. We rented this like 6-bedroom house. You've been by it before. It was in Highland Park, and it was awesome. So when people came over, they were like, "Holy shit, this is amazing!" And it was like me and my roommates, and it was rad. And we had a half-court basketball hoop in the back, and a guest house that was all decked out with like, you know, huge flat screen TV and all that shit. Well, I had this wine bar, or what do you call those, wine fridges that were built into this wet bar in my room. Yeah, but it was all filled with Boone's Farm. I filled it up all with Boone's Farm across the board. I thought it was really hilarious.
Sure.
A lot of girls did not. A lot of girls did not find it
really
as funny as I did. Yeah.
I'll do you one better. I lived in a wine cellar.
That's right.
In the Hollywood Hills for $100 a month. And I had not a bunk bed, but it was a loft.
Wasn't somebody famous living above you or something like that?
He was in he ended up doing Twilight movies, but at the time we were all like trying to make it. Yeah. He happened to make it. So he wasn't famous at that time. Gotcha.
But
now he is. So he did Twilight. So he's fucking killing it.
Yeah.
And what's the pimple stuff? Proactive. So he first did Proactive, which is like killing it, right?
Oh yeah, you get a
he did Twilight.
You get a good paycheck for that Proactive shit.
Yeah.
Everybody asks, they're like, dude, why the fuck would Adam Levine and Jessica Simpson do that shit? Because they fucking pay top dollar for you to be a part of that stuff.
The Rodan and Field gals.
Yeah.
I don't think that they fucking
kill it.
Have a shit ton of money.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's funny.
Holy it was such a great temperature, a perfect temperature all the time.
In the wine cellar?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So creepy and awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't tell you what happened with mine, that huge house we were living in. I don't know if you ever knew this story, but we get a knock on the door one day, and it was like a foreclosure notice. And it turns out the gentleman
who owned it,
we thought owned it, didn't actually own it. It was a foreclosed house that he was renting out as if people had owned it. And
again,
all of the money, rent-wise, went to him, and that's it. Yeah.
And then you had to move out.
30 days we had to move out, where it was just like...
You probably could have squatted at that point, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, you probably could have gotten a long time out of that.
Yeah.
Live and learn. Hindsight's 2020.
I know.
But yeah.
Somebody, another friend of ours did that, squatted for a long time and just said,
so shitty that
you'll
you
be
can
here
do
when
that.
you be here. And I think he dragged that out another 8 months.
Yeah, well, my mom like rents to people, right? Mm-hmm. So she has properties, and like the squatting shit, like it fucks them up landlord wise. Like,
oh yeah,
because they're right. Like the renter has so much more rights than
it's crazy.
I know.
It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's another reason to just sell and not rent your place. If you are choosing between like, let me rent it out or let me sell it.
Yeah,
sell it always. Unless it's like a beach property or something that someone else will take care of the property management.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's never going to be as lucrative as you think.
There's a company that I want to out, because I'm going to have to look for it and go back into my records, but I don't know. Do you remember that last place? There was one place in LA where they were just they were moving out. They were raising the rent because they were knocking all of it down, and they were raising the rent, and then they were moving in people who were like dying, so they had like 2 months left to live. Yeah, holy
shit!
I'd love to out this company because I was just like, God damn! I
mean,
that was
changed
some of the worst
names a couple times though. So
what
is
the real company? It was some of the worst shit
company?
I've ever seen, and it was just like
so crazy, and then still trying to come after us for shit, and we're like, dude, fuck you, right?
It's wild. People don't give a shit at all. I do not miss that city one bit, by the way. Like, no part of me. There was a huge celebrity, massive, that was like, hey, let's do this meeting this weekend in Los Angeles. And I was like, are you coming on the show? No? Oh, awesome. I'm not taking that meeting.
Yeah, I have a complicated relationship with my hometown, right?
So it is your home. But I like where you're from.
Right.
I don't like Los Angeles. You're let's face it, you're what, an hour and a half out?
And an hour and a half north.
Yeah.
So like,
and you live in like a hippie town, and it's cool. And,
yeah. But
people surf, and that taco shop on the beach is dope.
But when I was old enough, I moved to LA. So it's kind of like from 18 on, that's where I was, right? So it's like, it's where do I consider home? I'm not sure, but like the Ventura's a fucking idyllic, amazing beach town.
Yes.
So
it's great.
It's awesome.
But it's not LA.
It's not LA. It's not. And the people are different. And yeah.
Either way, wow, this got weird tonight.
Whoa.
I liked it a lot, Jables.
We went off the path.
Yeah. went off the beaten path and told our own story.
Wow.
And if you're at home, I think you should find your own truth and story now, too.
Wow. Follow your passion. You know, I don't think that you ever should, right? What?
Yes, you should. Don't do that.
Let me just say one thing in closing. What?
This segment should be called Crushing Your Dreams and Your Soul.
No. This is just to talk to the other segment of the world, whatever. Segment of people that like can't follow their dreams because they have to work and they have kids and they like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people on the internet, I'm going to say, that are going to tell you that all you need to do, if you don't like something, just change it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want to do something, like if you want to follow your passion, you just got to do it. Stop being so depressed, right?
Right.
There's someone in our space, the military space, whatever, that is saying that and writing books about it and stuff. A girl with no kids, which is fine. But I want to say that there is some nobility, admirable to go to work every day and take care of your family and stay put and do what you have to do to take care of the people around you, other humans, whether it be kids or wife or husband. And you're not on Instagram all the time because you don't fucking have time. But I want to say that I see you. And it's it's really inspiring to me and admirable.
Yeah.
To just get up the people, and I know it's hard, but that's the fucking hard shit, is to be like, maybe this isn't my dream, but it's what I have to do to take care of my family. And I like that.
Yeah, and to that point, I have friends too, because you're right. The people who always say that shit I find on social media, like Facebook, Instagram, all that shit, of follow your dreams, follow your passion, live your truth, all that other stuff.
Do what you have to do. What's wrong with you?
They don't have kids.
No.
They're not married. They don't have families to take care of. And it's like, hey, man, you can't just drop everything and follow that. If you have a wife and kids and all that shit, then you're just being an irresponsible asshole. If you want to do something off the clock in your own hours to try to make shit happen,
please do it.
But in the meantime, don't fucking do that.
For the people that stay in the marriages, to work on them and like do that for your kids. I don't want you to be in anything that you shouldn't be in. But that kind of shit is so much harder than just posting a selfie and being positive. I promise you. Yeah. And you're doing it, and I see you. It's hard.
All right, James. We might.
And do not follow your dreams.
We might have to play a little grow band at the end of this.
Oh, no.
You raise me up. We might have to end with a grow band on that one. I like it, James. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I am Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Don't live your truth.
Don't follow your dreams.
Live your lie.
Your passion doesn't matter.
Nah, just take care of your family and be good to your friends. You're fine.
It's really, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just look up to you. I know that it's so fucking hard, but I love you anyway. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.